Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Assassin's Creed Origins. So earlier today I did my official breakdown for the gameplay world premiere reveal trailer for Assassin's Creed Origins, and obviously yesterday we got the gameplay demo, 5 minutes of gameplay for Assassin's Creed Origins, and I'm going to be going and breaking down that today as well, which is going to be fucking awesome. So much Origins content, and we're only going to get more because the Ubisoft press conference is on today, so that means a cinematic trailer. And I really hope we're going to get some form of gameplay demo. That would be fucking awesome. A proper commented 15-minute or so gameplay demo. That would be absolutely fucking awesome. But I'm not going to drag this on. Without further ado, let's get straight into the gameplay breakdown, guys. So first off, we have this beautiful shot of Sinu flying over the landscape. It looks absolutely fucking awesome. The graphics of this game truly are insane, and there's some really awesome scenery shots at this bit that you need to appreciate. In particular, this one of the Lighthouse of Alexandria. It looks absolutely fucking awesome, and I cannot get over how beautiful this bit looks. So after a few more shots of the scenery and the graphics of the game, we have Sinu landing on Bayek's arm. This is obviously to show that in this point in the game, it's a point in which Bayek has Sinu with him. Now, my only problem with this bit is that Bayek's face completely just doesn't look like he's got any emotion in it at all. Fix that, Ubisoft, please. Actually make his face look normal, because that's not a good facial animation right there. That's actually pretty fucking shit. So here is where we get our actual first bits of gameplay in the village of Siwa. Also, if we look back up to the top of the screen again at the compass, you can see a lot of icons on the map. Now, obviously, there's the main quest marker there that's 7 meters away. There's also a horse stables, it looks like, because there's a horseshoe on the map. There's a little camel there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a camel stables. But there's also many different question marks on the map, so that must mean it's places that you haven't discovered yet. And a place of interest specifically is on the very left, which is a needle and thread going through it, which must mean that it's some form of tailor's. I guess here you'll be able to dye your clothes and also upgrade different pouches of some sort. It's going to be like Assassin's Creed 2. I definitely thought the shops should come back, and I'm really happy to see that there's some form of tailors on the map there. Something of note also is the alpha gameplay in the bottom right corner of the screen. This kind of specifies that this is a very unfinished version of the game, and it will be improved a lot by the time it comes out. Also in the top right you have the level. Currently this person is level 6, almost level 7, and there's also in the top left the objective of the mission, the False Oracle: find and kill Medinamun. Right now, if we shift our attention back up to the compass, we can see something that resembles an eagle. Now, I don't know what this is, if it's some form of eagle vision point, or if it's some form of a viewpoint, I have no idea, but it's definitely the symbol of an eagle, and it probably involves Sinu in some way. I reckon the viewpoints in this game do involve Sinu, because they're trying to push the controllable eagle aspect a lot more, and you know, I guess we'll see what this is when we actually get the game. Here we have the first piece of gameplay from the controllable eagle. Obviously, there's nothing I can do about the controllable eagle, guys. It's happened. They've put it in the game already. This right here is quite important because it gives us two symbols of different markers that will be on the map. On the left, we have a little fortress, which could be some form of stronghold that you have to infiltrate and kill everyone in. And in the middle, we have some form of stacked wood or something like that. It looks like some form of cargo. You may be able to hijack these on the road as they're going by, so you can take their resources for yourself. Here's an example of Sinu actually tagging enemies in the game, and it tells you the level they are, which is quite useful. Next up, we have some animations at the running and free running as well, which does look great, very similar to that of Unity and Syndicate, almost identical, but the animations definitely do look very smooth and better than in those games. Crouching is also back, which is good to see. I don't know if it's voluntary or if it just happens automatically when you're in a restricted area, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, this bit in which Bayek jumps from the tree and shoots a guy with his bow is definitely really cool, but something of note in the top right, you can see it says +5 XP for a headshot, so it tracks the amount of XP you get per enemy. Again, this is to show that crouching is back, but something I think is really cool is that stalking zones are now back in the game as well, so they are now a form of stealth. Obviously, we didn't get these in Assassin's Creed Unity and Syndicate because those were set in cities, whereas this is set in more of a wilderness area. Here you can press Y and then RB to do a chain attack, which I think is really cool. It's kind of a new take on the double assassination. Here we can see Bayek looting the bow from the dead body, which means that we're able to loot weapons from corpses. Not only this, but it goes into the UI. So this screen is full of RPG goodness. It shows us all of the weapons, armor, and also the outfits that we'll be wearing in the game. So you have ranged, shield, melee, outfit, and then there's also mount as well. So I don't know if that's the equipped items to your mount, or if it's the mount itself and you can change the way the horse looks. It could be either one of the two, and I guess we'll see more in the future. Also, right at the bottom you have pouch, and then you have all the different armors that you can wear in the game. This looks really cool. It looks definitely like more of an RPG style kind of UI, and it definitely looks fucking awesome. In the bottom left you have hidden blade damage, range damage, you have the level in the middle, on the right you have melee damage and health. So it's very similar kind of to the Witcher 3's UI, and that makes me very happy because it lays out all the stats there for you, lays out the weapon level and the damage it does. Also at the top, apart from the gear menu, we have targets, map, quests, abilities, and inventory. Now obviously this is all those necessary things for an RPG. The quest is obviously a way to track your quests. The map is the map, obviously. The targets are going to be the targets throughout the whole game. The crocodile is going to be one of those. And the abilities in the inventory are quite self-explanatory as well. The abilities is going to be that type of huge circular grid style thing where loads of different abilities link together. And also the inventory is going to be where all your consumables and all your crafting materials go, so you can check on them whenever you want to. This is also something I think it looks really cool. It looks like a very RPG style UI menu. It says legendary predator bow, and then it has all the stats there. Shows you how many arrows you have and how much more damage it does to your previous weapon. And it's also got a few modifiers there as well. It says stealth damage, combo multiplier, and health on kill. And health on kill was something that I thought should have been in the game, and it's very cool to see that weapons can grant you these abilities as well. You also have the option to dismantle the weapon, which I'm sure will give you a few crafting materials. As we come out of the gear screen, you can see on the floor that Bayek has the opportunity to poison the body. Now this is actually mentioned in the magazine leak a few days ago, that you could actually poison bodies, and as enemies passed it, they would be infected by that corpse, and those people would infect other people, and eventually everyone in an enemy camp would be dead from one corpse. So it's cool to see that this leak is real. I mean, obviously it's real. It looked fucking amazing. So after a bit of scouting around, we finally decide to climb up the side of this wall and scout around the area a bit more to find our target. As you can see, there's a guy up there, and we can ledge assassinate him. As you can see on the right of the screen, it seems like there's a few coins that we got from killing that guy. This could be the currency in the game, and when you kill enemies, you get their money, like in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. There's a perk where when you assassinate enemies in stealth mode, you actually loot their body. Bayek also got an ability point, which can obviously be used to level up his abilities in the skill trees. As you can see on the right of the screen, Bayek was awarded with something called an arc bow and some arrows, which means that you probably get weapons for leveling up in the game. Here we have our first look at an aerial assassination, which looks really fucking cool, and then Bayek runs up to his target and kills his bodyguards. So this is our first look at the combat in the game, and I've got to say, it does look kind of clunky, if I do say so myself. It looks fun, it looks like it works perfectly fine, it's very RPG oriented with the different enemies and their health bars and all the different moves you can do, but some parts of it do look very clunky, but on the whole, it doesn't look too bad. Also, you can do combos on enemies like this, which does look really fucking awesome. Finally, as Bayek's target is running away, he gets his bow out in the first person mode, and then you have some strange arrow that follows him. What? I mean, I guess they've just stopped caring about realism at this point, really. Why is there a controllable arrow? Why is there a controllable eagle? None of it makes sense. It really doesn't. And there's also a massive snake in the game. Have I mentioned that already? It's very unrealistic, but I don't fucking care anymore. Then we have a bunch of cool shots from loads of different things in the game, but it's going to take too long for me to go over all these, and they're very self-explanatory. The most notable of these two would definitely be naval battles because of rams and chariot races in the game as well. But there you have it, guys. That is the gameplay demo we got at yesterday's Microsoft press conference for Assassin's Creed Origins. That was as in-depth as I could go. I went through every little detail that I could possibly see there, and obviously tonight we're going to get some more gameplay and another cinematic trailer at Ubisoft's press conference, and I'm super excited for that. It's going to be really fucking awesome. I'm going to do a reaction to it. I'm actually going to have my mic record this time, and I'm going to do a breakdown of both the two as well. well. Maybe not the cinematic trailer, I don't know. If it's got anything of note in it, I'll do a breakdown of the cinematic trailer. But overall, I'll definitely do a breakdown and my thoughts on everything that's coming out at the E3 press conference for Ubisoft tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed Origins news and content in the future. And also, remember to comment down in the comment section below telling me if I missed anything on this breakdown, because there's a lot of shit and I could have missed something. So be sure to comment down in the comment section below if I did. And I'll see you guys in the next one.